Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are... Welcome to the EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Tom Gazzola with you, Jay Milne, the glue guy, as well as Jason Strudwick and Mike Arcuri, manager of communications for the Edmonton Elks. Welcome, boys.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Good morning. Look at look, this is amazing. It's like
what a
worlds colliding.
star-studded cast here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
JMO's over there. He's talking to Mike. Like they're like planning and stuff like this. Struddy's in here. He's like, wow, this is nice. This is good. First time to the new studio.
Yeah.
Mike, you were at the old studio as well. What'd you guys think?
Good.
No, it's fantastic. I like the setup. You got like the game station over there. You've got an actual boardroom.
Yes.
Feels like a legit operation going on.
That's
We-
very professional. It looks really nice. Like, you
We
should
can
be really
fool the
proud.
best of you.
Yeah, I was impressed. I mean, the entranceway is really grand. It's really nice.
They're putting in a reception desk right now.
So this is so EST. Dusty's gone.
Maddie's on holidays.
Maddie's on holidays. So of course this would be the day that this new reception desk that we've been hearing about
Yeah.
forever. So
Yeah.
I'm pulling into the parking lot and I see this big truck backed up and I'm thinking, oh, it must be at the paint store.
Right.
Then they come into our office and they're coming upstairs. Tom looks like he just saw a ghost. They're saying, we got a reception desk for you. Okay.
All right.
This thing's massive.
I know.
I did not expect this style of reception desk.
Do you have a receptionist?
No, we're taking
We've had-
online
we've had
applications.
offers.
If you build it, they will come.
That's the way, Struddy. Actually,
It
there
is
have
like
been
Field
a
of
couple like listeners, nasties, that have said that they'll come in for this day every week and
Yeah.
just sit at the reception
Yeah,
desk.
fair point.
Yeah. I think my mom put her name in the hat too. She was a secretary
yeah.
for Edmonton Catholic schools for like 35 years. And I was like, oh God.
Better take a look at a resume. They want to get a resume
Yeah, I'm
from
going
her
to need a
before you
CV there, mom.
sign off.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's right. And I knew there was a desk coming in. I just didn't know how big it was. They're like, okay, well, here's the desk. It's 7 by 10. How do you want it? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Where do you want it? I'm like, I think right here.
Yeah.
And then Jay, thank God you knew the
It
layout.
can only go one way.
Yeah.
It's got to go out and then across. So,
So,
things might look different out there when the
I can't wait
hangout's
to
done.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check this out.
I just like how
Okay.
now Eric's kind of in charge of it.
well,
as we are
Eric
in
did
here.
build the merchandise display with me, so he does have a hand in the reception area for sure. Also, we have a Godfather that comes in on Fridays and kept you company while you were waiting.
Hey, Dave JMO he's a legend. He's great to be around. You're just like talking shop a little bit.
Yeah.
And him being like the comms guy that is pretty much what us at the Elks look up to as far as comms guys. He's just great.
Now, do you lean on JMO, or does he come to you and just be like, "This is what you need to do, kid"?
You know
How
what?
does that
I can,
work?
I can reach out to JMO and ask him kind of anything, and he's been great for advice. We go for coffee and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's also great for a random phone call out of nowhere, where he'll also hang up faster than any human being.
He does that.
It's incredible. Like you basically don't even feel like you finished the conversation. It's like, and then you're dead silence.
Do you ever wonder, is he mad at me? Did I say something? Because he's like, "Okay, bye, but done."
But then you hear he's done it with like everybody. So then you
Everybody.
you're like, okay, it's not just me.
You know it's over with JMO on the phone calls. Have
And
you
the
experienced-
tight jeans, man. That guy. He loves
Great
the
style.
tight pants.
So
It's
yours
incredible.
aren't tight. Yours are just Swedish.
Well, mine look like baggy compared to his. And
Yeah.
that guy was tight. 2 apples on a surfboard. His buns are tight back there.
This couple of quick messages coming in here in the chat. Wow, Struddy is looking lean and mean. That's a good one.
Well,
That's
that's
a
a
good way to
compliment.
start your
Is that,
day.
thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. My wife wouldn't send that.
Reed Wilkins, he says Strudwick was one of my favorite former NHL D-men one of my favorite former D-men ever who has the initials JS.
Oh, that's a very compliment from.
That's a huge
What's his name
compliment.
again? Rob?
Yeah, that's him.
Rob Wilkins?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. I've never heard that guy's name before. But yeah, so lots going on. We're going to have a fun show today. You can text us 780-218-9999. Get to the nasty chat as well. You guys have a bye week. What do you do on a bye week?
Golf.
Oh, that's
Try to
nice.
take as much time. Like we just are coming off of about a 10-game stretch in a row, and even as a staff, that burns you out because you're there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then if the game's on a Saturday, you're working a Saturday. There's usually some follow on a Sunday, so you're pretty much going nonstop. So having even a couple days to try to take off during the week is important. I know for players, most of those guys go back home right now. They once again they're 10 weeks, maybe not seeing their families in 10 weeks. Or if there's a handful of guys that stick around, we try to get them some community appearances, that kind of thing. They'll come to the facilities, get treatment, work out. That's kind of what a normal bye week looks like. And then guys are back on Sunday, coaches are back on Thursday. They get much less of a bye week than the rest of us, and then back at it on Monday.
You guys had a heavy week too last week.
We did.
How's everybody dealing with everything that's gone on?
It's so much. It's like shock for a lot of people, like because it was kept pretty under wraps that Larry was not in great health. So, and it was basically when we all found out on the Thursday, it got communicated to the staff within a couple hours after it happened, I believe. So, and we were preparing for a massive event. We had the Game Changers event on field on that Thursday, where we had, I think, 300 women come out. They run through everything that we do from like a football perspective. We had Kate Biernes here. We had this awesome event going on, but it was just, we had the Larry stuff just come out of nowhere. And yeah, it's been interesting because Larry was also very hands off. Like you would see Larry at games, you would see Larry on the road, but you didn't see Larry in the office on a day-to-day basis. But you kind of knew his presence, right? Because he has his new suite in the media center. And
Noticed that one right away. Yeah.
yeah, smallest media center in the league, biggest stadium. But
Yeah.
hey,
He's the owner.
yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
My check's clear, so I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, it was a tough week.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good result, obviously, last week in the win. Jay, do you want to like any follow on that, because you guys were covering the game too, and I know there's a lot of discussion last week.
Well, they
after
just got to keep
Thursday's.
winning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's they win or go home. If they lose, their chances of making the playoff severely drop. So they're in the playoffs already, essentially.
They're playing playoff stuff.
They have to because just the way that it's shaken up. We looked at it yesterday for these upcoming games this week. BC plays Calgary. Okay, I think those teams are going different directions. I think BC's rising. Calgary seems to have faltered. They've had some injuries on defense that has made that team look human. So I think Calgary now is actually, oddly enough, reachable. And that is the opponent of the last regular season game, which could mean a whole hell of a lot.
He's on the sidelines giving me all these scenarios during the game, and I'm like, so you're saying there's a chance?
Absolutely. If this team, if they can win out, right, Mike? I mean, if they can win out, they should be in the playoffs. Because if they win out, they have to go through Calgary. They host Calgary on their last regular season game of the year.
Yes.
Now that series, they're going to have played 3 games. It's 1-1.
That's a tiebreaker.
So that is a tiebreaker for the season series. So even if that game means that the Elks tie the Stampeders, then that would put them in, ahead of them in the standings. So absolutely, there's a way. And I think Eric said it on the morning show, is that it's October 3rd today, and we're talking about the Elks still being, viable for the playoffs, which I think is a huge success. Now, it's not what ultimately the ultimate prize is, but for the amount of changes that happened with this organization, with the new rookie head coach, not been a head coach in the CFL, to still be talking about this at this time, I think that's a win in the grand scheme of things. I mean, you might hear different answers from people in the front office or from Ed Hervey, the GM, who expects to win. But realistically, when you take a look back and you take a snapshot of this 2025 CFL season, I think this will be a stepping off point for this team to get back to the excellence that, was the standard for so many years in Edmonton.
Well said. Elkman, have you been keeping tabs?
Oh, I'm into it. Yeah. I think I've been following it from stepping back. Like, I know obviously the team wants to make a playoffs, but, any organization that was where they were, and they were really struggling, this is a stepping stone. It seemed like at the beginning of the year, they weren't sure if they could get it done, and there was a lot of change. And all of a sudden they started, I think it was maybe the game just before they won the win streak. Was it against Ottawa or something? They lost a game they should have won. And I was like, okay, they're coming. And then they started winning and they started believing in each other. And that's the process, right? And, fans don't necessarily want to hear it, but you don't just go from here to winning championships. You have to keep going. I think making the playoffs would be a huge thing for the franchise, and that's the bar. Now, we don't just make the playoffs. Now we want to win playoff games, and maybe they do that this year, but that's the process. And I step back and look at it. I think they should be really proud of what they've accomplished as a group.
3 playoff home games in 20 years, as Iwanek points out. You guys are on the cusp of having to change that.
Yeah,
Mike, pull your mic right in. You almost got to eat that bad boy.
Eat that
There
bad
you go.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that we talk about internally too, because the way this season has gone, yes, we had so much turnover at the beginning of the year, and it takes time for guys to gel. Like our defense was giving up a lot of points. The talent was there, but it's just the communication, knowing second nature what this guy's going to do that has really started to build. And even as we've lost guys to injury over the last little while, the defense has gotten better and better and better. Against Saskatchewan, I believe it was something like, against Saskatchewan, I think we had 13 of our 22 starters were first or second year players. And
Jeez.
which going into next year is going to be massive. Because you're getting all these guys experience while all these stars like Jake Serezna or Niles Morgan or Nick Anderson are all injured. So going into camp next year, we're going to have a bunch of guys who are in their second or third year with a lot of experience going up against vets with a lot of experience, plus whoever we bring in through the Canadian draft, plus whoever we bring in through free agency. It's going to be a very competitive camp, and I think we're just going to be better for it. Obviously, we had the 2 games out east against Hamilton and Toronto, which we would have loved to have won. Those were missed opportunities, and they're going to be ones that we look at the end of the year that were like, we were this close.
Yeah.
But with the way the schedule is laid out, we have a chance, and it's in our hands, basically. We play the 2 teams that we need to beat, and we can have the season series against both of them. Beating Winnipeg, we'd have to do it by 14 points, I believe. But that would get us a season series as well against them. So we'll see how it breaks down. But
So you're saying there's a chance.
I wouldn't count them out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count them out. And to your point, and kind of, what Struddy was saying about, those 2 losses that were walk-off victories, last-second field goals to win the games. Those are also teaching points for that staff. Those are also, stepping stones for the staff to next year when they're faced with a situation like that, they might make different decisions, maybe be more aggressive, maybe pull back. Like that's all part of this process. And we've interviewed and had on several alumni of the organization who have all said the same word, process. And I know for fans, that's a hard word to consume and take and say, well, how this should be faster. But I think you can clearly see that this team is heading in the right direction. And those players stepping up on defense is going to make being the GM of this team incredibly difficult in the offseason because there's a lot of high paid players on that defense that have been injured and have had the next man up, step up, and be pretty damn good.
Right.
So, that's a good problem. That's a good problem, and you come into camp, and like you say, ships rise together. So if you have better competition coming up from these relative nobodies or people that haven't played that much, that's a great problem to have.
Well, and you kind of mentioned the young staff, too. That is a huge aspect of this. We've really rounded our staff with a bunch of really quality human beings. The staff works their tail off. They're there morning to night, and they're only going to get better with more experience. You have a first-year head coach. Yes, he's got 20 years experience as a coach in this league, but first year as a head guy, and you have to learn everything that comes with it because it's not just coaching. It's managing people. It's managing schedules. It's managing all different aspects of the room. And Mark has done a really good job of that so far, and I think he's only going to get better. But then you have JC Sherritt, who's brilliant, first-year coordinator, kind of learning his way in the league. Aaron Grimes, first-year DB coach. D-Max is one of the vets on the staff, obviously, but even then, with the rest of it, we have a guy fresh out of University of Alberta and Danny Nesbitt. Des Catelier has been about 2 years in the league as a coach. Once again, very hungry guys who put in the work. But once again, you don't know what you don't know, right? You have to put in the time to become a coach. It's a bit of a learning process, and these guys are. I put it past these guys to be a very solid staff for many years for us.
You know, I got to know a little bit Ed Hervey and then the president Morris, and I don't like. I know I pretend I'm texting them, but every time I'm around them, I'm like, okay, I want to run through a wall for these guys, right? And I think that they set the tone, and you're around there, those guys, that group more. But I mean, just as a player, you want to feel someone who's got your back, but who's going to push you. And I always
Nice plug.
What? Yeah. Shameless plug. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I do feel that way when I'm around both those guys. And again, we're not best friends. I like them a lot, but so I don't want to be like I'm name dropping. But just my interaction has been really positive. So when they hired those two, I'm like, oh, they'll get this going in the right direction.
So I got to work with Ed in my first stint with the team.
Okay.
So I started in 2015 with the club as an intern, basically. And obviously that was a pretty good year for the organization.
Yeah. Do you have a ring?
Let's not talk about that.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't know.
One of like two
Here's
or
a
three
patch.
people who because I was an
God.
intern at the time.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's. I'm sorry, Mike.
Sour grapes. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, can you dive deeper into that, please?
Tell me
Mike?
more.
Yeah, tell us more.
There'll be some people that will laugh when we bring that up. Mostly maybe Nick Pelche in football operations.
Nice.
Yeah. No, we're working on another one.
There you go. I like
You'll
that.
get your ring.
Yeah, I
You'll
like
get
it.
your ring.
Yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
get your ring. Yeah.
But honestly, Ed is, I would say he's one of the more influential guys in my career, I'd say. My understanding is that he was the one who asked to bring me back in 2016. Because once again, I was an intern in 2015 and we found a way to get me back in 2016. And then that kind of springboarded my career from that point on. And the thing I can say about Ed is that there is nobody who cares more about this organization and where it's going than him. Like, this guy has dedicated his entire existence to making this franchise be what he believes this franchise can be. And I haven't seen a guy that is dedicated in his plan too. He thinks of absolutely everything. I haven't been around a general manager that just understands every aspect of the business. And because of the way he came into the organization, from player to like starting at the bottom and having to work his way up, he understands everything about the football operations side, whether it comes to like handling budgets, handling personnel, everything. He's one of the most thorough people I've been around. And he's also like great to be around in the office. He's a guy that goes around, he'll walk up and down the hallways and just talk with the staff. It's not like you don't have like a GM in his like office in the corner that you don't know or you can't say hi to. He will make you uncomfortable in the way that he will approach you in a good way, though. Just because he likes to like razz people around the office, but he has been, as far as getting the culture to where it needs to be, he's been a tone setter. And then when it comes to Chris Morris, once again, very similar kind of guy, very steadfast in his beliefs, like guy who really cares about the organization and everything that it encompasses. And I think we're on a really good path with those two guys in charge.
Struds, when you're on your weekly call with Ed, because you guys aren't best friends, but good friends, put in a good word for Mike, because that was beautiful.
I will. Yeah, I will for sure. I'll let Ed know how you feel.
So good.
Edward, I call him.
Oh, Edward, very nice, Jason. This is the EST Hangout. Tom Gazzola with Jay Milne, Jason Strudwick, and Mike Arcuri, manager of comms for the Edmonton Elks. You can text us 780-218-9999. Get to the nasty chat as well. Hit that thumbs up. We appreciate it very, very much. We'll go all around the sports world. We'll talk a little bit of baseball. Blue Jays coming up tomorrow against the Yankees. That's exciting. I don't know if anybody watched the Thursday nighter. I kind of kept
watched a little bit
slight
of it.
tabs on it. And then today,
I was watching.
you
I had a few
yeah,
plays
yeah.
on that.
Well, I saw. I sprinkled some money on.
Did you take Jay's play of the day?
I
'Cause
did
that
play.
hit.
I took a hit. Yeah,
That's
I
a
made
good
some-
one, too.
I made some money. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
Attaboy.
Well
Way to
done,
go.
sir. Play Alberta. The Oilers extend Chris Knobloch. You worked for the Oilers for like a handful of years. 5 years? 4 years?
About a year and a half, I think.
That's it?
wow.
Yeah.
Felt like you were
Close.
there for
You were
like
close.
5 years.
Kind of in the wheelhouse.
18
Yeah,
months.
I started in like April of 2022, I want to say, and then was done by September 2024.
And then back at the Elks.
And back at the Elks in January.
Okay, so everybody's got their ties to the Oilers, obviously.
2023.
Do you know them, this team? They were orange and blue on the ice.
I'm familiar with it. Yeah, I was there for 10 years. No, 18 months. Same as
I'm not good at math, Struts. Chris Knoblauch gets a 3-year extension. Believe it or not, I don't know if you guys saw it when you were doing Got Your Back and some of the feedback during the playoffs, but there were people calling for Chris Knoblauch to get fired, and I couldn't believe it. And that's how ridiculous it can get in this market. We've all dealt with the fan base and some of the extremes that a very select few go to. But your thoughts on them extending Chris Knoblauch, who's only been to the Stanley Cup final, his 2 years at the helm?
Yeah, what took so long?
Right.
I don't understand it. I'm like, he came in under a really tough situation, calmed everything down, got the team going, managing elite players, tough market, 2 Stanley Cup finals. Yeah, they lost. Yeah, that's right. But they got him there twice. So I thought this would have been done well before. And I'm not saying that's an indictment on the Oilers, but this would have been one of my first things to get done so that Connor McDavid knows exactly who his coach is when he. As well.
You've dealt with Chris Knoblauch?
No, I was only there for Jay Woodcroft.
Jeez, you're on fire, Tom. Did you prepare for this at all?
It's a blur. It's a blur.
Holy
The last
jeez.
5 years.
Mailing it in Fridays.
Oh my
eh?
God.
Holy jeez.
Jay, your reaction, and then we'll get Mike's. Holy
Tom,
I might need to put myself in
blown
time
away
out.
here.
Yeah,
Pull
yeah,
it
yeah.
together, Jay. We need some help
I
here,
replaced
Milne.
your brother at the team.
You did replace my brother. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, this is getting
What,
awkward.
Tom, you've been here at
My bro-
EST for what, 2 months now?
Yeah, it feels
3
like,
weeks. Yeah, 3
well,
weeks.
the way I'm playing today, I mean, it
It's
sure
okay,
is.
Tom. It's okay.
It's like
Friday.
I just got called up.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
I think this is and when you said that made a lot of sense. Yeah. That would have been something that you would have put a priority on to instill that, much like the Elks, that what Chris Morris said is that nobody's going anywhere. Mm-hmm. This coaching staff is staying here. We're going to build through it, through hell or high water. We're going to get there. But for that position, obviously Connor McDavid's a fan of Chris Knoblauch, so to have that extension in place is perfect timing to set up the inevitable contract extension that's coming on Monday, right? Everybody, we've heard that they've cleared the schedule for the alumni room, so it must be. I mean, it couldn't be anything else, right? It couldn't be maybe they're changing the costume for the mascot.
Yeah, that's
they
what
could
the
be.
press conference. What
Could
if
be
they're just
something
having
like
a staff brunch?
I thought they were just making a newer, larger 50-50.
Oh,
you can't. Oh, I see what you're doing here. You're trying to fish hook us into this conversation, aren't you?
No.
You guys talked about that on the oil
we
stream, right?
did. Yeah,
The
we talked about it on the
50-50
oil
thing
stream. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know the minutia of the 50-50, but they raised a lot of money.
Do a lot of good for the city.
Yeah, OEG came out with a pretty scathing rebuke, and understandably so. So yeah, I don't know. But charities are making money. That's good. I don't know. I think Dusty and I kind of hit it for a good 10 minutes there. And
Do you think there's anything to that Monday is the last day that you can still defer portions of your contract?
I don't know, because this only came to light really when baseball did it with like Ohtani, and then there was one other contract that had like deferred payments. And then who brought it up yesterday? Was it Reed on your show?
Well, we were discussing it because that's kind of when the rumblings were starting to gather some steam that, there was supposed to be something there on Monday in the alumni room, and that got postponed and moved, so it must be Connor McDavid signing. So whatever, but then it was brought up that is also the last day under
For the deferral.
Yeah.
The new CBA that's kicking in, that you can still defer portions of your contract. And actually, Reed looked into it live. He had reached out to somebody that would be definitely in the know, and this person said that essentially Connor McDavid could defer half of his contract if he wanted. There's no cap on how much you can defer, because there's only been a couple players that have done
Is
it.
it like Jarvis and Slavin?
Yeah,
in
there was a
Carolina?
couple Seth Jarvis and Slavin, and it was
minimal impact.
It was $300,000-$400,000 per year that they were shaving off that. But if you're looking at this from some of the things that Connor McDavid said, and that has been tossed around, that the winning is the number one priority, right? And if winning is your number one priority, then I think the preconceived, or the at least for what normal people would think, was like, okay, well then maybe you'll come in at a little bit of a reduction, and you can allow the team some wiggle room with cap space to go get those other pieces. This would be an avenue to do that if that's your train of thought. But who knows? I mean, I don't know. Struddy, like, contracts, have you ever taken a decrease? Is that
Not
even
my choice.
But is that even real? Is that even rational for people to assume that Connor McDavid's going to take a discount when you just have Kaprizov that signed for $17 million per year?
Yeah. So why does he have to do it? Would be my thing. Why is he the one? Why doesn't everyone else take it? Like, did Evan Bouchard take a hometown discount?
Nope.
I don't know that. Leon. In the way we're looking at things now, maybe he did, but I think he was pretty fair. But I just don't think he shouldn't have to. I don't think fans should say, well, you're the highest paid guy, should have to. Now, the player in Minnesota, dollar bill Kirill, that seems like a pretty big hit. If I'm looking around that room, I'm like, okay, yeah, you're a good player. You're a winger, smallish, been injured, and you just took 17 sheets of our salary cap here. And we're barely a playoff team. Now you look at Carolina, you got Colorado, Winnipeg. And who else am I missing in that division? Someone else who's really, I'm like Tom right now. Who's the other
We got a
big
brain
team?
fart. Like, which teams are we thinking of?
In that division, you got Colorado, Winnipeg.
Oh, in Minnesota?
Minnesota.
St. Louis.
St. Louis, yeah, good team.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good teams in that division.
Yeah,
So
Dallas.
that's the
Yeah.
team. So they're at best tied for fourth in that division. And you just tied them up. Now, I know you got to sell jerseys and all that, but I'm like, okay, I guess, we're there. But, you just went up $8 million. You just took up a lot of that money that came off the books for Suter and Parise. So I wonder if the teammates are looking, I'm like, really? You got to take everything you could get?
Does that happen? Does that snickering behind the scenes internally happen?
Yeah, maybe I think, you're maybe a little bit. I mean, you get it. You're all trying to get what you can.
Sure.
But I mean, listen, $17 million he's a good player. And I know that, in 5 years it'll look good, but do I have to wait 5 years for us to beat Winnipeg or to beat Colorado or Dallas? They're not as good as those teams. I don't believe. So Bill Guerin has to really find a way to add to this lineup. Yeah, they've got some good players, but I don't think they're not winning around for at least 4 years.
Yikes. I mean, they were pretty good till they got injured. When he got injured, there was some other injuries in many. They got surprisingly good goaltending. They kind of had like a nice run, and then the wheels fell off. And then obviously they couldn't get anything going in the playoffs.
Did you hear that soundbite from Billy Guerin when they said, well, he better F and B.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, are you excited in this, in the press conference? He'd be better F and B. And to me, that is just that's an interesting comment from your general manager. To me, that contract looks like, okay, we've paid you, now you have to perform to that level.
But he's a really good player. Let's be
Yes,
clear.
he is.
I think he's within the top 10 best forwards in the league. But he's not ahead of the other guys ahead of him are centers.
This is a great point. And do you want to add to that?
I was going to say, for these guys who are hitting free agent, because I believe Eichel's still...
He's kind of one of the other guys
coming
that's
up.
left.
And is there an expectation that these guys, especially with the cap going up over the next few years, that they maximize the dollar amount right now for the guys coming after them, right? If I'm from a PA perspective, I would be trying to have these guys get as much money as possible in order for that next group of contracts to kind of be like, they are the measuring bar, right? You want the measuring bar to keep going up and up and up. Whereas if you have Connor taking a sweetheart deal, or if you had Kaprizov signing for 15, then that
Like I hear
next
what you're saying, but at the end of the day, it's your career.
Yeah.
I think you do what you want to do. Like, has Sidney Crosby always maximized his contract?
No.
He is the guy. He has been the guy for years. Everyone says, "Oh, the PA's leaning on him." Really? Where? He's been 8.7 million. He's been making for years, right? So I don't think he's done that. I don't think so. He did what he thought was best for him. And at the end of the day, I mean, I just don't.
Is that a bit of a myth, Struddy?
I don't know. I mean, listen, they probably didn't want me taking contracts at all. They were like, "We just want you out of the league." But yeah, thanks for the call, Walsh. I'll think about it. Click, and you just hang up and do what you want to do, because everyone at the end of the day is doing what's best for them.
Right.
Right? You're trying to help the team, for sure you are. But I don't know. Like Sidney Crosby, tell me, when did he maximize his earnings? I just don't think he did. Go around the rest of the league. Like, who are other elite players? Like, OV was up there. I don't know that he killed it all the time, you know?
100% of cap, though. Crosby's first deal, that $8.7 million deal, I believe, was pretty.
That was
pretty
significant.
But it was a long
significant.
deal. It was a long deal. So at the end, he wasn't getting much.
Yeah. The only time I can really think of a guy really taking a well below market deal was when Paul Correa went to Colorado and reunited with Solani. I'm pretty sure he took like $1 million deal.
I think they both did.
Yeah, they both took
But
low.
they're doing it. But he wasn't the elite, right? He
Well,
was
he
up
went back, I
there.
think, because did he go back to Nashville after that? And have some-
Nashville and St. Louis.
And he had like a 70, 80 point season.
Yeah, but
I
he's
feel
not
like.
a top 10 player at that point.
Yeah.
Like,
but
you're not like, no, like he's a really good player, but you're not like, oh my God, Paul Correa's not taking full money. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think everyone should do what they think is best for them, because the teams will. Right?
Yeah, that's just human nature.
Yeah. And everyone's going to do what they think is best. But I don't know. I think that deal in Minnesota, if they win a playoff round for 4 years, they're going to sit back and say, that was a good one. That was a good deal. Maybe they do, but I don't know.
This is Hangout Headlines, brought to you by the Ranch Golf and Country Club. They are going to be open. You can golf there till October 19th. Jason Strudwick, Jay Milne, Mike Arcuri, Tom Gazzola with you. In regard to that, like, I don't know what Minnesota, they're always kind of like an enigma to me, because sometimes they're good for a little bit. Then yes, the injuries like last year, we'll use that as an example, that they fall off. But and then you look at the lineup and you go, okay, there's some pretty good players there, but there's some old, like Matt Zuccarello still kicking around, and you go, well, what is Gustafsson as a goalie? Well, last year he had a tremendous season. It's like, where the hell did that come from? To me, they're a good team, but not like one of the elite teams. But what is Dallas now? Winnipeg. Winnipeg goes and has a monster regular season and then just absolutely crumbles in the playoffs. Is St. Louis actually good? I don't know. They're an enigma to me too. They're like Minnesota. So I don't understand. And then, like, to me, the Central's a bit of a wild card. But then you look at like the Kaprizov deal. And here's another thing I wanted to bring up too, because in regard to what we're waiting for with McDavid and his decision and how much it's going to be and yada yada, how many years. You know, Elliot Friedman goes on, I think he was on Staff's show, and he said, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he took less money. But now that Kaprizov signs for 17, how do you, if you're Connor McDavid, not take more than Kirill Kaprizov? You don't have to take the 20% of the cap, but you got to get paid more than Kaprizov, don't you? I think you do. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Is there that that psyche? You know, that, I have to be. I mean, he was pretty clear about it when he said, I know I'm good. I know I'm,
He's finally saying stuff
deserving
like that.
of this money. I've worked my entire life to be in this position. So when he says that, it sounds like a guy that says, yeah, I'm going to get paid what I'm worth.
I guess it matters. Does the term matter? Because Kirill went for 8 years. So if Connor does 4 years, is the amount lower because it's a shorter term?
Well, generally,
I understand that.
So,
But what out of principle? Like, if you're telling everybody
yeah.
you're the cock of the walk, shouldn't you be paid that way?
I guess that's a better way for me to ask that. Does ego really drive that?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think he does.
I'm saying deservingly so, too.
I'd pay him whatever he wants.
Yeah.
I'd just slide a blank check across and you just fill it out and I'll just do it. But I think for him, it's just he just does whatever he wants. I don't think he has to worry about other people. Think, say, do. We all know he's better than Kirill Kaprizov, whether the contract says that or not. The guys I'm looking around at, like, if you're Mikko Rantanen, what do you think about that contract you signed? Are you $5 million worse? Because I think you signed $12 million. Are you $5 million worse than him? I'd be like, pardon me, if you're Eichel, is Eichel going to take whatever, 13, 14? Is he that much worse than Kirill? So I think that's where things really get into turmoil.
Well, it's like when you're selling your house. You look at the recent sales of homes in your area around you, and if one got, was bought in a hot market, well, that's the new bar.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what your house is worth on the open market.
Yeah.
Right? So that does change a lot of things. I'm still surprised that 17 million for 8 years. Like that seems like a moonshot.
He's a good player. He really is. He's really, really good.
But
He's
like
really
you
good.
said, I mean, he's what, a top 10 winger in the NHL? Like
He's a top 10 player. I think he's a top
10 player on pretty much everybody's list.
Yeah.
He's the highest player in the NHL.
Yeah. Like even Leon, signing 14 and a half. Do you think he's like, maybe I left some cash on the table here, right?
Absolutely
And
did.
do NHL players hold out? Like if
kind of.
when this cap extends as it's supposed to, and it what's it max out at 114?
It's 95 this year, 104, 105 next year, 113 in 2 years, I think it is.
Yeah.
So when the cap's like that, and you're looking at Leon's contract, and Leon's looking at it saying, something's not right here. Would that ever happen?
Not like football. In
You
football.
can't renegotiate
Yeah.
a contract.
There's until it's your contract year.
You
Yeah.
can't.
You can only extend.
No.
You tried to do that a few times, didn't you?
Well, they tried to get me to buy out.
You're like, no.
We don't want you. Oh, all right, that's fair. No, it'd be interesting to see what happens with Connor. I just ultimately, I think he's got to do what's right for him and what he thinks best for his team. If it is indeed the Oilers, which I think it will be, but see what happens, I guess.
You want to take us inside behind the scenes of what it's like working for the staff while you're waiting for a contract? Because I can't remember when I was there. I think that would just happen. All I can remember is the Ales Hemsky extension where we thought he was getting traded, and they're like, "No, we have a press conference at the office. Just be there." He signed for 2 years, 10 million. We're like, "Oh, really?
Nice.
Didn't expect that." Nice.
Yeah, it's in like my professional role right now. Usually, what will happen is Ed will bring me into his office. He'll let me know who, like, either if a guy is kind of on his way to being done or close to being done. If that's the case, I'll start prepping anything we do for a release, and then we just kind of send it out from there whenever the deal's official.
Yeah.
We have a transaction wire that comes out every day during the course of the season, so we'll announce before that. But it's a pretty simple process when it comes to this. The GMs and the football operations people handle that, and then I'm there at the tail end of things.
You'll know when
Yeah.
they need you to know.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, how do you think this market will react if there's no contract by game one?
Horribly.
I think it would be great for you guys. That'll give you
Sure.
something to talk
Well,
about.
it's been
for the entire
Numbies,
season. Yeah.
hey, yeah.
Numbies.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the deadline, I think, in a lot of people's minds is, well, this needs to be done before the season starts, because I guess the perception is that once the season starts, we're not talking about this contract anymore. At least that's what, people like us have been saying from Connor's camp. We got to focus on the season, not on this contract. So then if that doesn't happen and you're into December, January, February, I mean, it would be mayhem. I think the Oilers would win 6-2 in Vegas, and your post-game show would still be, when is Connor McDavid signing?
Great question. I don't know.
But I think that would which is kind of, there's so many things like doesn't want there to be distractions. Well, is this a distraction? Do you think, in a locker room that this would be a distraction for his teammates, or do they move on from that?
Well, there's nothing you can do about it. So I think you just park it and move on. You have no control over what he does or doesn't do.
Yeah. They'll be asked about it by everybody if this
That's the
goes
annoying
into the
part.
which and that's the
it's
thing is
annoying.
having to answer for somebody else's business, but
Yeah.
it just kind of comes with the territory
Yeah.
of being in a market like this, right?
They're in New York the third game of the year. You don't think anybody's going to ask if there's no deal by then? I'm definitely going to ask.
Well, I think the road will be the worst for them.
Yeah.
I think that's where it'll be the worst, is that you have to go through and everyone's going to want to ask, what do you think about Connor not signing? Do you think he's going to sign? Have you talked to him about it? No, still haven't. And that it is very annoying. But that's the job, right? And
I've covered games in New York, obviously, but you played for the Rangers and briefly with the Islanders too. But the Rangers, how would you describe that media market? Because the Rangers matter in New York.
yeah, they do. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of content there, right, with all the different teams
Yeah.
and all the different leagues. But yeah, they do matter. Yeah, and I think they're going to go in there, and I mean, they have their own issues. It's not like the Rangers are perfect either.
Sure.
You know, they've got a lot going on in that room and a lot of changes. But I think they'll ask them, and they'll, you know, but really, I never felt like more pressure. Like we go to Toronto, there's a lot of media. I never felt like, oh my God, we're in Toronto, we got to talk more. Like you still answer the same questions. Not the media's no smarter there than anywhere else, right? So you just kind of deal with it and move on, right? I never really found that pressure.
You were part of an infamous band, the Bubblegum Gang.
Yeah.
You, Ryan Hallwig, I think Mark Stahl.
Mark Stahl, yeah.
Yeah, you were the lead singer.
Well, not by choice. Yeah, just when you're the best looking guy, usually you're put in the front of the band. Ryan Hallwig is no model, and people don't like redheads in Mark Stahl. So that's kind of what I was there for. And it was, you know, it's funny. I can say now, but we were really hungover when we filmed that. And I was really hungover. And I think we had a Halloween party the night before. And that wasn't at my best. The throat wasn't really, the organ wasn't feeling it. You know?
Yes. Your instrument was not that in its prime. Great video. I think it's still on YouTube if you ever have
I think it is. Yeah.
any inkling to check it out. Bubblegum Gang with Jason Strudwick. That was funny. That was the early years of like YouTube and team media.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. You can text us. A bunch of texts have come in. 780-218-9999. Get into the nasty chat as well. This one says, I immediately thought that the Kirill Kaprizov deal might even help Connor sign longer term. Now he isn't thinking of taking a $16.5 million for 4 years. He can take his 19 at 8. That's interesting. So that's going in the direction of more for more years, more dollars. Do you think that you would think that? I don't know.
I don't know. I think Connor's could be looking for flexibility, and that's why the rumors of a shorter term deal could be there. He wants to see how things play out, and he's a guy that I think he knows he's always going to be able to get top tier dollars.
Of course.
So he's one of the few guys who can maybe not chase security and maybe chase dollars or situation.
That's fair.
Like LeBron's done it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he's always 2-year deals or 1 or 2 year player option on the second year. Like, why not?
Yeah.
You know, keep the pressure on the team. Like, I get it. I thought when Leon signed for sure, Connor would be signing right away. Like, boom, July 1st, everyone's has a parade in Edmonton, right? And it hasn't been that way. So there's something we don't know about, right? He seems to be a pretty tight-lipped with his camp, like his group.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's something we're not thinking. We don't have all the pieces together to know what's going on.
That's fair.
That's a good point, because something is just not adding up.
100%.
Unless it's like Connor's keeping a really tight lip, but he wants to get the hell out of Dodge.
I don't get that feeling, but
You know, but I don't know either. But if this is the place, if this is where you want to, then you know, why isn't it done?
The only reason I could see that happening is if he just wants to go to a quieter market and just be a little bit more private lifed. You're under the microscope here. That's why I don't believe this any like smoke about Toronto being like a destination for him, because that's just here with less success recently and a bigger microscope. That just doesn't make sense to me from what I've gleaned from Connor as a person over 2 years.
I guess let's compare Marner to McDavid. Do you feel that the relationship's at the same place with the market and the team for McDavid as Marner?
I think McDavid's got a way healthier relationship than the city and the fan base than Marner.
Yeah, like Marner was like, you know, then when they asked him to waive his no trade clause, hey man, we like you, but we have this other guy we like better over here. Pardon me, like I think that was like, I'm done, I'm gone. He said it didn't matter. I think it matters. I've been pissed off.
A great sign of that was the temper tantrums on the bench. The temper tantrums that those guys would have on the bench, and it's like, what are you guys doing? Like, I thought that was just a small sign of kind of where things were at with what they call them, what are the Fabulous Four or whatever they were called. Core Four in Toronto, yeah.
But you know, even when he released it, he'd been needed security during the playoffs. Like that is insane. Like, so I would have been like, I am out of here. And now he's in Vegas.
Yeah.
Just to your point, I mean, it's a great place to live. Flights direct there from everywhere. You know, he can be more hidden there.
Yep.
I mean, it is different playing in Canada, no doubt. It is way different. But with the bad comes a lot of good as well. And that bad is maybe a bit wrong, but the intensity, like that awkward picture. Remember when Connor was buying beers after the game? And those fans are all over him. Like, what are you guys doing? Just leave him alone. Like, that's annoying.
Yeah.
That's really annoying. But with the good, like the worship, and if they're able to get a cup here, I mean, those teams, well, even from the 80s, they still walk on water here, right? Those guys are revered, all of them, every one of them.
Yeah, honestly, winning a championship in the city in general, you can see like the pockets of people as far as alumni, even with the Elks, who have stayed around, and it's all centered around certain Grey Cup years. Like we have a bunch of people from 2015 team who have stayed. Now they're even back in the organization as coaches and whatever. Then you go to 2005, 2003, and you have the Flemings. You still, even earlier, you have the Gizmos and all those guys.
Mookie Mitchell lives
Mitchell's
here.
still here. Yeah, like always around those championship teams. Those teams are the tightest. They stay together and they're revered by the city, and they get to and they make Edmonton a home because of it.
Something to that.
Well
said. I don't know if I've ever asked you this, but like, and I know this was a few years ago, but what was Vancouver playing in that market like to playing in Edmonton?
Yeah, so I felt that when your team is good, they're interested. When you're not playing well, you become disinterested. There's a lot of things to do in Vancouver, right?
Sure,
A lot of things to do that are, unrelated to hockey. But they're pretty passionate fans. But they're that team right now is at a real turning point. When you look at this is Quinn Hughes stuff, just won't go away. And his brother signing in New Jersey is obviously it'd be exciting to go play with your brothers. But if you're Vancouver Canucks, you got to know, like, you can't let that guy walk out the door for nothing when you're trying to build up, especially with JT Miller leaving. It is a mess. But the thing I think no one's talked about with that is that would it be wise to have your three highest paid players be smaller gentlemen? They're already a smallish team there. So they're talented.
Why are they gentlemen?
Well, I'm just trying to be nice. Like, they're small guys. And Quinn
very
Hughes is
nice.
amazing
Just short
player.
kings.
All three of them are really small. They're really good players.
Yes.
But like, from a hockey perspective, if you're playing against the Florida Panthers, I think the Panthers are like, holy jeez, we got the triplets out there. We better be careful. Like Kachuk or Ekblad, Barkov, like they're just gonna plow through those guys, right?
Yeah.
Like, so from a hockey perspective, like actual winning, I'm not sure that's the best decision, but that'll be very unpopular in the world of hockey.
I just love your description of them as smaller gentlemen.
Well, they are smaller. And Quinn is amazing. He's one of my favorite players to watch. But do you think when the Oilers are playing against him, like, oh man, Quinn Hughes is going to rough us up? Leon, you just, excuse me, little man, I'm just going to skate around.
It's like the small lineup on
Yes.
Nintendo's ice hockey.
Yes, that's exactly.
When you get the three skinny guys out there. They're fast, but you bump them once and they're on the ground.
They fall down.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see it. I want to see if they could do it, but I don't know. They're hurt. Let's see what happens, I guess.
Smaller gentlemen.
That's true. They are on the smaller side.
Well done, Struds. Cozy texted. Speaking of Luke Hughes and his $9 million a year, here's another contract that came up yesterday that Cozy brings up. That contract Anaheim signed yesterday with Jackson Lacombe was crazy. I had never even heard of this guy, and he gets $9 million a year. Bouchard looks like a deal now.
What's his name? Cozy?
Cozy.
You lost all credibility with that comment. All your credibility.
Go on.
Jackson Lacombe was one of my favorite young D-men in the league.
Why?
He's really, he moves the power play. He's a good player. He's pretty good defensively. He's a really, really good player. And the reason you don't know him is because you don't watch that team. Watch that team. He's elite, an elite player. I love him. And so I think that's actually a good deal.
Okay. Well,
Is there now like an emphasis for teams to kind of get ahead and lock these guys up to longer term deals right now before the cap keeps going up? Because as you're saying, like $9 million right now, that's Darnell Nurse kind of territory.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 years ago. But in 6, 7 years, that's going to be middle pairing almost.
Well, we have to reset our numbers as fans.
Good point.
Because pretty soon we're going to have a third line center making $7 or $8 million.
Yeah, true.
We're not paying that guy more than 2.5. Well, you know what? That's not the cap. It's just a percentage. You have to look at, you talked about Sidney Crosby earlier. It's just a percentage. Then whatever you multiplied by the cap, that's what he gets. So yeah, it does seem a little, it's like the number, you're like, oh my God, Jackson Lacombe got $9 million a year. Well, the player's elite. He is, I believe, a 1 or 2 defenseman in this league, that like as far as on his team. But we have to get used to that because the numbers are going to be, we're not far away from a $20 million player. We're really not.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
And when you think about in basketball, we're probably not far from $100 million player, right? Like it's
And watch what happens with quarterbacks in the NFL
Wow.
too. Like
yeah,
most of those guys, like Patrick Mahomes is not the highest paid quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
You have guys like
Yeah.
Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, even Daniel Jones was making close to $50 million in a year. It's just that's just the way the market goes, right?
I'm glad you brought up the basketball comparison. I'm just looking at Hoops Hype. It has all the salaries. So Kirill Kaprizov, highest paid player in the NHL now at $17 million. We await Connor McDavid's next contract. Kirill Kaprizov would be the 109th highest paid player in the NBA. He would be just behind Kay Huerter from the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, I love the way he plays.
He'd be behind the Spurs' Keldon Johnson.
Keldon.
And just ahead of, oh God, where is it? I have it here.
All thumbs over there, eh? Handle it.
It's very. I'm not a smaller gentleman. I have bigger thumbs. I don't know. Okay, so he would be on the 6th page of this list, and he would be just ahead of Grayson Allen of the Suns, who's making $16.875 million per year. I don't know if you guys know Keldon Johnson and Grayson Allen, but that's if Kaprizov were in the NBA, that's the type of money.
Well, underrated players, obviously.
Yeah,
Those two guys probably
totally
underpaid too.
Yeah,
No, but I mean, so it's a little bit different because their total money they make is so much more, right? Like the league, but I don't know that NHL will ever get to those numbers. You'd have to have massive amount of revenue growth for that to happen. But you look at what does NFL make? Is it $25 billion a year or something?
I don't know the
I think
it's
I think
insane
the
amount.
NBA is like, I want to say the NHL is around 10, the NBA is around 15 or something. I might be off by a bit, but so the total pie isn't as big. And then really in the NBA, you only pay a few players, whereas in the NHL you have quite a few players that get paid on
double
each
the
team.
rosters and almost.
Yeah.
$23 billion in revenue last year for the NFL.
Jeez, I'm pretty close. I'm a little
You're
more
very-
accurate than
you're right on top of
Kay
it.
Cozy. What was his name that didn't like Jackson Lacombe?
Cozy, yeah.
Cozy. Tough handle, by the way.
NBA made $11.3 billion.
Yeah, not bad.
And then the NHL last year, which was a record year, $6.6 billion.
Okay, so I was a little off. So yeah, you're almost twice as much, right? So imagine if the NHL made $12 billion. I mean, you're doubling these contracts, right? So Kirill is now 20. Was that 34? It's just the revenue, right?
Yeah.
It's not. They're not paying them less. It's just there's not the revenue there to support it.
And I think that's where your point is valid. Like the percentages, you have to look at the percentage of the cap. So
Well, and that's maybe the thought process behind like the Trent Frederick deal. It's signing a guy that longer term deal, and then now by the end of that deal, you'll be paying him what a 4th line player is making. So
that's true. Yeah, it's the stark realization that the numbers and how we look at players and what they're getting paid is changing. It's getting inflated. There were people last year that were saying like Evan Bouchard's not more than a $5 million defenseman. It's like, well, when he signs for like 10 to 11, it's going to be a harsh wake up call for that person. So that's where we're at.
Did you guys see the valuation rankings for the NHL teams?
did,
No,
yeah.
did they just
That
come
came
out?
out. I think it was a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Okay, well
So-
let me get to this, Jay.
Okay, yeah.
and then we'll kick off hour number 2 with it. This is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. Tom Gazzola, Mike Arcuri, Jay Milne, Jason Strudwick with you inside the EST Hangout studios. The Finnish Long Drink, Pride of 1952, available in Ice District and other fine liquor stores around the city. They are the official drink partner of the EST Hangout. Jay Milne.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. I'm looking at all of you right
That was a
now.
very intense stare.
I know
wasn't
what
it?
is going on. Are
you okay?
You're off
We need to
today a
talk.
bit.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, like
There's
you're
something's wrong.
Something's off. Let's talk. What's going on?
I want to talk about valuations.
We talk about you first.
Yeah, there's something going on with this
Fine.
guy. I don't know. I've noticed it all morning.
Nobody backs baby into a
Worried.
corner.
Let's
What?
have an intervention.
Yeah,
here.
what's going on?
that I'm fine sounded like a cry for help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is happening?
it did. It did.
Oh, that's what we want to know.
I'm
Tom.
just glad I have the support I do from you guys.
Fair point.
I could do it without you. Thank
We're
you.
here for you, Tom.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, can we talk about the valuations? Because I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Denial.
Guess,
First
yeah,
stage, right?
that's
Oh, okay.
Sad.
Who was the
is
number one
ridiculous.
ranked or highest valued team?
Cowboys.
No, in the NHL.
Oh, Toronto.
Toronto. So they have the highest valuation, 4.25 billion. The average for the league is 2.1.
Okay.
So Toronto's at the top. Edmonton moved up a spot from 7th to 6th. They are at 2.76 billion. And bringing up the rear, Columbus at 1.3.
Okay.
That's pretty, that's crazy that these, how long ago was it that these teams were worth hundreds of millions?
What did Daryl Cates buy him for? 190 million or something?
240, I think it ended up being.
Yeah.
240 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
still
10,
pretty-
like this is now billions. 2.76 billion.
Yeah, so times 10. Pretty good return.
Pretty good return on your investment.
Nice building.
Well, nice building, $19 piers. You know, it's exciting. Great.
But if you compare Columbus to Edmonton, Columbus, smaller city like Edmonton's like 1.5 million, right? But they've been a bad team perpetually. I don't think that they own the land around their arena.
What factors into that valuation? Obviously, Rogers Place.
Yeah,
Does Ice District,
I think so.
would that factor in because it's not under the umbrella?
Yeah,
Like that's part of it, right?
I would think so.
So like with Maple Leafs, that would be the
They have
Maple
like the
Leaf
whole.
Sports and like is that their whole
They
portfolio?
built like condos right attached to the arena and high rises. So yeah, I would think that the real estate holdings have something to do with it. How many people come in through the gate? How much they buy at games? How much you sell merchandise wise? I think all of that goes into it. Like, don't get me wrong. I know the boys on the morning show were talking about which Ohio city would you rather live in, Cleveland or Cincinnati. There's another one called Columbus. I don't know, like pick your poison, but it's just kind of like a forgotten.
I have not been
decently
anywhere
sized city.
in Ohio.
I like Columbus. No,
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, it's
I find it's a lot like Edmonton, actually.
nice and clean. and-
Yeah, I like it.
It was a
Friendly.
good city, and like
Yeah, you've been there.
their stadium's right, kind of like it's closest to the college stadium, I think.
Yeah,
like it's
Ohio
it was nice
State's-
little, like strip.
Yeah,
They have a Tim Hortons in their stadium, which is also kind of
they
crazy.
do have a Tim Hortons. So does Buffalo too.
Winnipeg has Tim Hortons
Yeah,
in their stadium, and it's the same price as an outside Tim Hortons.
really?
So you can go get a coffee. I think it's a little bit bumped, but it's not
So you lied to us.
stadium. Struddy,
he does that.
Like
I need
oh,
an
you-
intervention
yeah,
now, too.
You two are a real handful here to handle.
I don't. I'm feeling attacked today. I don't know. I thought we were gonna.
You know,
have a nice little
I
Friday
haven't been the
show.
same since that chili cook-off. I've
yeah.
been, my guts have been inside out. It's been, that was a lot. Like, did you sample
Every one of them. Yeah.
and were you like, how'd you handle that?
Well, I was wondering how the outcome would be, but I must have a stomach like a great white because it didn't even faze me.
Oh my
I love
gosh.
chili. I love it. And I have a couple, not a couple, I have a beer, just to wash it down after every one.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm going back next year.
That was fun.
So is it CFR?
Yeah.
Yeah, the chili cook-off. The chili was so good. It
was
I think it was
awesome.
like $20 too or something. Get in there.
Yeah.
All you can eat chili, man. It's unreal.
Yeah, and it was literally all you can eat chili. And I'm pretty sure, and this may not be like every year, but like I'm pretty sure it was all you can drink beer because there was Coors Light or Coors Banquet
Yeah.
everywhere around there that they were just handing out to people.
Oh yeah, Patty Ketty was dishing them out like they were candies on Halloween.
Was your favorite the one that won from Lakeside?
No, it wasn't.
Because the Lakeside one was the Wagyu,
Wait, yeah.
which I thought was good.
It was very good.
My favorite was the meat
that-
restaurant.
Really good. Yeah, meat.
They had the smoked brisket.
Yeah.
Chateau Lacombe, I think, was the defending champ. Theirs was great too.
Really good.
There was like a butter chicken one too.
Fantastic.
Really good.
Yeah. Good
The Hudson's
riders.
one was like a real, like everybody's got to fancy up their
Yeah,
chili
yeah,
for this
do they,
event.
yeah.
Like the Hudson's was just like a good old like
Yeah.
chili that you would have. I really like their chili.
You probably don't eat chili, Tom, eh? You're
I do eat
really
chili.
delicate.
Body's a temple.
Just giving it to you there.
What is
no.
with these attacks?
Oh, no, we're just trying to get to you to just snap so we can get to the real
Yeah.
I'm
issue.
gonna snap. You know I'm a calm, cool, collected guy. Bring up analytics and I'll snap. I'm just
know,
kidding.
fair
I'm kidding. I like analytics, just not deep analytics. No, my stomach handled the chili just fine. I voted for my favorite. I think it was the Lakeside. And yeah, did you really ask if that was CFR? Did you not notice all the cowboy hats
No, I did. I know, but
Okay.
there's the bull riding too, isn't there? What's that? That's different.
PBR.
PBR.
Yeah, so I didn't
Yeah.
want to like. There's a lot of initials. I didn't want to. Insane, man.
You know, we've been going through some of our video archive at the Elks, and we have a video from like the early 90s of Gizmo riding a bull.
Like,
Really?
And this would
It's on YouTube.
bull?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
I just saw it recently.
What?
During his playing days too, I can't imagine an organization
He stayed
letting
on.
an active
he
player.
stay on?
Yeah, I don't think he got the full.
He
8,
didn't get the full 8, but it was like half, like
a
4
fucking
seconds.
Bronco, a bull. Or
I couldn't even imagine getting on. They're so
Yeah.
powerful.
Well, Gizmo's the size of bull riders, though. Like he fits the bill.
Yeah.
those guys are
They're
5'3", 5'4", 5'5". You know,
are tough.
what did you call a small gentleman?
Smallest gentleman. Yeah.
Smallest gentleman. That's what bull riders are.
Yeah.
That's a great term. The other thing I've found funny the last few days around downtown is who the competitors are, because they all have the CFR, like these cool leather jackets.
They're very cool.
And they're all riding around on scooters downtown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
This guy struggled, eh? With the chili.
Well, Trev.
He was in a chili coma.
Yeah. Did you hear what he did?
No, did he puke?
No, he fell asleep early, like at like 7 o'clock when he got home. He woke up with the meat sweats at midnight, and he has to be up at like 4:30 to come here and be in studio for the morning show. And he took a 1-hour bath at midnight. He likes to
By
bath.
himself?
Yes.
He's our bath boy.
No, it doesn't happen.
Bubble sword.
Don't it? I've never heard anyone with the meat sweats have a 1-hour bath. You look hungover. You look like you were hungover when you were sitting at the
It
table.
felt like it, man. It was tough.
Yeah,
It was tough.
yeah.
But the bath, it worked. It worked.
Bath.
He's very into baths.
Do you light a candle and play some Enya?
Well, Joaquin's got Trev onto the baths.
Oh, Gager's a bather.
Or the candles,
love the
that
candles.
accompany the bath. So I don't know. That's just Trev's thing. And
It is candle season.
I love candles.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
My wife lit one the other day, and I came in, and usually she doesn't go for the
Yeah.
super scentsy ones. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know how this one got into the house, but it smelled like, because I have 3 daughters, and now they're getting into perfume.
Yeah, sure.
And boy, you can tell. Sometimes it's like, okay, girls, you're good. But we came in, and the whole house smelled like it.
No moderation.
No, zero.
Yeah.
There's zero, and the struggles, man. The Birkenstocks with socks.
Oh, yeah.
awful
I
look.
don't
Get
that.
out.
I know.
Awful.
And now, like, there's been a couple mornings where, because the 2 younger ones still have recess,
Yeah.
and it's like raining outside, and they want to wear Birks or sandals and socks. Like,
Yeah.
what are you? You can't do this.
No,
You're gonna get soaked.
But that's the style now. I mean, I guess that's what people do.
But if you wore Birks with socks,
Oh,
you'd get laughed at.
I would. Yeah.
And but it's all the kids are doing it.
I've had to like completely overhaul my sock drawer because for the longest time it was ankle socks, and now ankle socks are just not in anymore.
Right.
Now it's back to like
Yeah. I still wear them too.
Don't
Yeah.
give me the.
I wear them all the time.
They're very comfortable.
Yeah. Like when you're golfing, do you wear like full on?
yeah, I do.
Oh no, I'm ankles.
yeah.
I don't want any of that
Sorry.
sock showing.
I need to be
Look at you.
comfortable.
That's a bold move. I respect that.
Like the tube sock.
I've gotten like like just like
Yeah.
a regular tube sock. I actually don't
white
mind it. I
one?
just think it looks kind of rigid. I also usually golf in pants, right? If I was in
all
shorts,
right, all right.
If I'm in
Now
shorts,
we're
I'll wear
choosing.
Here we
something a
go.
little like
Here we
now
go.
it's all
Yeah.
coming
Oh, here
up.
we go.
Yeah.
Jeez, you 3 are really all over the place with your lies here, eh? Tom's not feeling good. You know,
I was
jeez.
having a great day. Great day. I'm more worried about this socks thing. Tell me more, Michael.
the big look seems to be like the quarter sock that's like halfway up, and then with the shorts and
Yeah. So
awful.
now the kids will take their tube socks, which were like calf height,
yeah.
and then they'll double them down
I
to
see.
bring them down to this 3/4 height or whatever.
Now I'm bothered.
I have no clue. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I
I'm with you.
came to the realization the other day that if I didn't change my wardrobe from 20 plus years ago, I would be back in fashion. Like
Yeah, it's
the
true.
big baggy black jeans and
Awful.
like, hey, grade 7 Mike was all about that. But yeah, now it's all I just see people walking down the street. I'm like, that is how I dressed like literally 20 years ago. Like, just interesting to see.
Affliction, Kristen Audige.
tap out gear.
I saw somebody in an Ed Hardy shirt the other day.
Wow.
And True
Yeah.
Religion jeans?
True Religion. That's
Yeah,
what I was
True
just going to
Religion.
say. True Religion. Lacoste.
Lacoste.
Is Lacoste still big or?
I think so. It's very European stuff doesn't really go out of style. Does I mean? Here's our resident Euro.
Well, yeah, this should be
He's
the,
Swedish.
the fashionista here.
Yeah, we had to take Struddy's scarf and put it on a hanger by itself, and then his jacket on a separate hanger when he came in today.
Yeah, no, I do wear stuff from 20 years ago, and I don't even flinch. My wife's like, "That's 20 years old." Yeah, it still looks good.
Remember when you at my old place?
Yeah.
And it was a game day, and you showed up, and you were on the broadcast, and what were those pants you brought? They were like painted on.
So the people that don't know, I would go to Tom's and we'd go to the game, and I changed to do the broadcast at Tom's house. So after just towards the end of the last break, I'd go and change. And I get in the room, like, what the hell's going on? Like, I couldn't get the pants on. And I swear to God, my wife had an affair. And like, this guy left his pants at the house because they weren't my pants. She's telling me it's my son's pants. So anyways, I have no other pants. I have to wear these. So I couldn't get the fly down.
I think I have the video.
It was unbelievable how tight it was. And I remember, so people heard it, and I go to the. We talked about it on the show. At that time
it had to be.
I go to the game, and people are like, "Nice pants, Strudwick," and I'm walking like Kramer when he has the tight jeans. I'm like, "Thanks a lot, thanks a lot." I was so embarrassed, like the worst. Like, whose pants are these? Like,
You couldn't even zip up the fly.
I couldn't do the fly out.
So whose were they?
I don't know. She says it's her. It was her, my son, our son. But I think it was another man because they were like, and like I put on some weight, but I'm not like. I didn't go from a 36 to like a 52. You know what I mean? Like it's so tight, and I wore them, and I don't know. We still don't know whose that are, and maybe I'll specify. Just don't find out.
Okay, I have this video saved on my Instagram somewhere. I'm pulling
so
it up
tight.
because it was egregiously bad.
Yeah.
Are you on doing the broadcast this year?
Yeah. I don't know. I hope so. I mean, I don't. Usually they just kind of let me know as the season starts, and then I mean, Mac T is the guy who does it. And he is amazing, right? He's witty, insightful, classy, all three things that Gage and I aren't. And so, then if there's an opportunity, I think Gage and I would love to do it. Yeah, so it's fun. It's fun to sit there with Gene, and then Bob comes down and tells us what to talk about. So it's good. Yeah.
I'll just leave it at Bob tells you what to talk about. That's hilarious.
Sometimes you catch Bob on the broadcast. He must have hustled down
Well, the problem
because there is a sheen.
Yeah, and I feel from because I've been
Isn't
in
that
that
just Bob,
situation
though?
before.
That is
Maybe,
just
yeah.
Bob.
Well, the problem is that he can't take the elevator because the elevators are so busy. He can't make it down from where he broadcasts down to where we're at in time. So he has to walk or run down the stairs. So I've been in that situation. It's hard. It's really tough. So then those lights are beaming on you. You're like, oh my God, I'm sweating. Then now you can't stop
Well, and
sweating.
you're trying to control your breath.
Yeah.
Trying to get that all under control.
Yeah, it's a lot. I do feel for him, like, because the elevators are so busy there. Like they don't just go from 7 to 4 or whatever, right? It's like 7, 8, 2, 4. Like it's all over the map. So
Do you ever hop over to that beautiful buffet spread they have on the other side there?
yeah, I don't know what the protocol is. So I'm sitting there. I just start grabbing food.
I think that's the protocol there.
Yeah, so no one really like should I pay or not? But I just take it. I'm looking, and the guy like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, good. So I just take stuff. But I like the charcuterie. They have there, right? I love olives, right? So that's a big thing.
You're an olive guy?
Oh, I love it. Throw a couple with pitted. I like pitted though.
Pitted.
Yeah, I don't like the pit in there.
No, okay, yeah. No, me too.
yeah.
So
It's
like
not
you'll
short.
go to the. Have you ever had the ones from the Italian Center? They're like it's like a cream or
cheese.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Those are delightful.
I'm
I
a
love
big fan.
olives too.
I'm the worst Italian ever. Olives, I don't like.
I'm with you on
Mushrooms,
that.
Don't like.
Really? Jeez, do you get revoked? Like, are you still in the club?
I think I'm half Italian, so I get like that half is the part that's just repelling against the other side of it. So
We had a taste test on when Reed was off. Tom co-hosted with me for 1 week, then Matt Awanek did, and we did Matt and Jay eat. So we would just bring in something different every day, and actually from the Dollar Tree.
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah.
tried like random cheap things from the Dollar Tree, and they had these breadsticks.
Oh, really?
So they were actually really good. So then I said, this needs a tapenade.
Yeah.
So I went to the Italian Center and got a nice olive
Oh,
tapenade.
wow. Oh, that would be great.
It was
I love the
magical.
Italian Center. When you go in there and the food is just.
Oh,
they're painted
it's too
on.
good.
They're painted
on. That's your number?
That's dangerous in there. Yeah. The sandwich meats there are like cheaper to purchase there than at
Oh,
like
so
the
good.
grocery stores.
And then Grana Padano cheese with their buns.
And
I
if
might
you
have
get the
to pick
right
that up.
person behind the counter,
Yeah.
they'll give you a little sample.
Yeah, I always ask for the sample.
So I did find the video of you
There it
with
is.
these pants. I want to share it with you guys. You're on the air with Greg's. Here you go. You can enjoy it. So, yeah, he walks out of it was my old place that I live, my apartment, and it was only a 1-bedroom. So he comes out of the room. He's like, I think I got the wrong pants. And yeah, you were struggling. Like you were trying to like.
I don't know how you sat down in those.
I don't think I did.
Like-
It was
you were-
screaming.
That is incredible.
Yeah, no, I lived it, Tom. I saw it.
there you
Oh,
go.
look how tight those things are.
So tight.
Those are painted on, literally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
My wife liked them though when I got home.
I
She's like,
bet she did.
look at those buns. Talking about Italian buns.
I'm shocked that you were never able to figure out whose they were.
No, I know. Trust me.
This is a great mystery.
mystery.
Yeah, I mean, that's some trauma I have to deal with, right? You just
Right.
kinda
See, we
sweep
all
under
have
the rug.
problems,
Yeah,
Struddy.
yeah. I
We're
mean,
just airing them out here on the Hangout.
I have no
still
problems.
Tom's
Yeah.
reluctant to just
yeah,
let
he
it
is.
out, you know?
At least I'm willing to admit I have problems.
Oh my god! Wow. You know, I thought you were gonna come on here. Mike was gonna be here. We're gonna have a nice time. We're gonna
right.
kick it off and going into the weekend in a very, very cordial and friendly manner. And then you're piling on with him.
I have to.
Yeah.
That's not very glue guy. Like,
I have no choice. It's fun. We're just chopping it up.
ouch. I'll be
I
okay.
would say.
I'll survive.
I think you'll be okay.
I think I'll be all right. I'm fine right now, actually, to be honest with you.
Did you guys so you said you watched some of the Thursday night
Yeah, I
football
did.
game? Did you see the ending of it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was. They had a couple opportunities. I felt awful about the Kyron Moore fumble. That was
Tough one.
That was a great play by the defender. Popped him right in the face, too. Just full on clubbed him in the face and then knocked the ball out. And then and then Mac Jones gutting out that win too. Like looked like he was in significant pain, and they're already on their backup quarterback there. But yeah, it was just a wild ending.
Well, and then like 4th down, they're in field goal range. They're down 3. They're almost in the red zone if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
they were
in
like
LA.
the 20-something,
20-something yard, and they run it. They go for it on 4th down. LA does. San Francisco stuffs them. Game over. Like,
Too bad.
what are you doing? I mean, why aren't you kicking that field goal?
What happened to take the points? Because remember, that was like the rule. You
Yeah.
always took the points. And I know that in Detroit, they like to go for it on 4th down.
But
You
this
see that
is- yeah.
instance last night. Like, what happened to just take the points?
People
in football?
appreciate aggressiveness until it doesn't work out.
Right.
Like, so it's kind of like a fine line you have to like ride, because like I think the statistics are something around like when you're like 1 yard to go and you're like within like in the red zone, it is worth it to go for it. You're probably going to get stopped more often than not, or less often than you'll make it. So net points, you're going to probably end up being ahead, but there's always going to be those times like that game yesterday where you're going to get stopped and it's going to impact the game. And if you lose, it's even more amplified. But it's like, do you want to take the aggressiveness out of the coach? It's a fine line to kind of balance, right?
Is this football analytics? Is this
Yeah, this is
analytics of
football
football
analytics,
starting
yeah.
to creep in? Okay. Like,
Well, in this 4th down debate and 3rd down debate in the CFL, which is going to get a lot spicier come 2027, when they're in that range of the 25 to 35 yard line and you have 3rd and 4. And do you pooch kick it and have the chance it goes into the end zone, then they get it on the 40? Or do you just go for it?
See,
But Dan Campbell in the NFL's proving that you can go for it on 4th down. There's some team in the, I forget, I don't know if it's college or high school in the U.S. that has never attempted or never punted the ball. They don't even have a punter. They just continually go for it. And I mean, it's going to become a bigger part of the game, going for it on 4th down.
because statistically, like Mike was describing, it works.
poorly, but yeah, it's basically if you're within like the 40-yard line, there's almost a better incentive to go for it if you're talking about like net points that you'll eventually get out of
Right.
it. But situation matters a lot.
Yeah.
Like where you are in the game. Like there's so much game flow stuff that the statistics don't take into account.
Right.
Like for example, you don't get it, you lose that game right there. there's no opportunity for you to come back. So maybe that's the time you take the points. But if that was in regulation, then maybe you go for it.
Right.
Right? Because
Get
you
stuff,
do got 3 minutes
deal with
left.
the
You have a chance to get
consequences.
the ball back and go for the win again. But
And just a question. I'm not a football guy. Why didn't Stafford get a chance to throw that ball? Did you have to run it?
On fourth down? Yeah. And Sean McVay said after the game, like, he was pissed at himself because the play calling there was just terrible. And Stafford was throwing the ball all over the field last night. Like, he was on. And that's the thing. That's a good point. Like, I hate when teams drive the whole field. They'll take it on a 90-yard drive, touchdown drive, eat up 6-7 minutes of the clock. And then once they get down in that red zone, they try to get cute and they try to run the ball or change what's gotten them down the field.
Green Bay did that in the Thursday nighter.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
and then they ended up having to tie Dallas.
against Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling to me
Monday
why Sunday nighter,
Sunday nighters.
why coaches get that way
Just
in
off.
those instances.
Just
Maybe I
off.
need help.
Like, did you prepare for this at all?
No.
We're insulted right now, aren't we?
I barely know your name.
yeah.
For crying out loud. Where are we? Sorry. Anyway, go on.
No, but
Before you were
it-
rudely interrupted by the tall gentleman.
It is like the play calling drives me nuts sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll hand up. It's driven me nuts on this Elks team too, from time to time, where it's like, why are you doing this in this situation? Matt Awanek and I sit and watch every game here because we do the pre and post game show, and it'll be like, they're going to run the ball here, like, book it, and it's just be a little bit more creative. And in that instance, last night with Sean McVay, zero creativity on that.
Okay, so Monday, can we get Jordan Maximic in here?
To rebut.
With Jay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would love a one-on-one with Jordan McSimic because I would learn a lot. I'll say that. Like,
He's a very smart individual.
But I feel like, and that's not an indictment on Jordan McSimic. I think sometimes offensive coordinators can be their own worst enemy, can overthink situations, can get in their own head and think, I got to do this because I think they're doing this and we expect this. Whereas if you just stick with what's been working that game, you'll have success.
And I will say that so much of it comes down to execution too on the player's part.
Yeah.
Like, it can take just one person not doing their assignment to completely blow up a play. So
Well, and you've seen it
Yeah.
the other way where you've seen Justin Rankin hit a hole and he's gone.
exactly,
And that's
you do
execution.
the blocking in front. You
Right.
had that play. I think it was when he had the 90-yard touchdown. You had Carter O'Donnell get to the second level, and then all Rankin has to do is make one guy miss, and he's gone.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not going to lie to you. The way you described everything in that previous diatribe was spoken like a true defensive back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is, Tom.
All right, bro.
Can't change my stripes now.
I guess not, bro. All right. Text us 780-218-9999. Baggio. Buongiorno, Paisan. Says, Tommy, EST is my fave station to listen to, as you can see by my text, and I have it on all day. But Struddy should be a weekly regular. You're a busy boy, Struddy.
Well, that's very nice. Does he also feel that way about Jackson Lacombe? Because maybe he and I will have to have it out.
Well, that was cozy.
Cozy.
So that's
Yeah.
where your
Okay, Cozy
issue is.
Questo.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's very nice of you, Baggio. And then we got a couple other texts from Collingwood. Rob says that Thursday night football knocked me out of my survivor pool. The missed extra point was costly. The fumble on the 1 yard line, carrying the ball one-handed, and the indecision delay on the fourth down gamble was horrible. So Collingwood Rob not happy about it. Chris in Alabama. All right. Sheridan High School in Arkansas is the school that never punts and kicks off with onside kicks. The coach was formerly at Pulaski Academy in Little Rock. He won several state titles there. He left to coach a low-level college somewhere in the eastern U.S., but that style did not work, so he's back at a high school. I love the show. Chris in Alabama. Roll Tide. Thank you, Chris in Alabama. KR says, as you get closer and closer to the end zone, the total area to defend decreases. Could change a coach's play calling. That's from KR. Yeah. And Collingwood Rob also added, I hit the Nakua parlay. Thanks, Jay.
You're welcome.
There you go.
That was nice.
Very well
Saw the
done.
video that you
Had a
guys
Kyron
posted,
Williams.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
So that's our Thursday night hangout. Is our kids play handball together and their practice. Believe that. Well, you would get this, but practice is 8:30 to 9:30.
Oh man, late one.
Like, what do we do? So, anyways, we drop the kids off, and then me and the other two dads go grab a quick beer and watch the Thursday night game. It's a beautiful situation.
bad.
It works
Nice.
out.
That's classy.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Classy guys.
Like,
I like that very
well,
much.
of course, right? I mean,
Krager texting in says, that laugh is unmistakable. I missed the start of the show. Is that Jason Strudwick? No, it's some Swedish guy.
Yeah, Swedish, no finish.
Yeah, portions of this hour brought to you by the Hive Product Marketing. Products that bring the buzz. Official merch partner of EST. Chelsea, who's our go-to among the great staff over at the Hive. She returns next week. And check out the Hive Product Marketing.com if you need any merch, stationery with your logo or anything like that on it. They are fantastic. Mike Arcuri, Manager of Communications. Did I just give you a
Promotion? Yeah.
Promotion?
I'm into it.
Yeah, Ed.
President of the
Gets him bumped up to director. Manager of comms for the Elks with us. Jason Strudwick, Got Your Back podcast. You can catch him on Oilers broadcast as well. And then the glue guy, Jay Milne, inside the EST Hangout studios. You got Jay and Reed from 3 to 6 coming up here on EST later in the day. You can text us 780-218-9999. You can get at us in the nasty chat as well. If you have any comments, questions for the guys, fire those our way. We're having a fun Friday. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm feeling just fine. Shout out to my buddy Brett. Happy birthday. His 40th yesterday. We had a great time. Got to catch up with my old teammates and friends and buddies I haven't seen in a while.
This is from the Red Wings.
The Red Wings. Yeah, that's
where you
right.
got the one stitch.
It was 12 stitches, Jason, and 9 on the outside, 3 on the inside. Like, filleted my nose wide open. But here we are, years later, continuing with this joke. You're laughing like a madman if you're only listening right now. Maniacal. And you know what? Full circle. So earlier in the hockey season last year, I was playing Friday night men's league, and my uncle still plays. And I took a face off, and the puck went off the other guy's stick, and it smoked him right in the nose. Oh. And he didn't have a visor; wasn't wearing a visor or anything like that. So I'm like, oh my god! And it was early in the game, so I'm like, okay, he was bleeding bad. I'm like, I gotta take my uncle to the hospital. Took him to Sturgeon Hospital, where I had my nose fixed, more than one stitch, Jason. And we're in the waiting room. They get my uncle in. She looks at it. She's like, that's a pretty bad gash. And it was on the top of the nose, not like where mine was right at the bridge or crown there. And I'm looking at this doctor, like, stitching up my uncle. I'm like, this lady's super familiar. And I'm like, hey, how long have you been at Sturgeon? She's like, like 20 years. I'm like, well, I think you fixed my nose like in 2007.
Yeah.
And she's like, let me see your nose. And she's like, I think I remember that. Yeah, that was me. The same lady, the same doctor that fixed my nose, fixed my uncle's nose. And my uncle starts laughing, and she goes, hockey stick. I'm like, yeah, follow through. She goes, I think I remember that one. That was nasty. It looks really good. I would say that's my work. And I was like, thank you. So just like a full circle moment. But yes, enjoy mocking my injury.
Yeah.
Does your uncle have, does it look better than yours?
Yeah, it does.
He did?
Yeah,
he fixed
yeah.
it up.
So she does immaculate work.
She's got 20 years more experience at this point.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Probably fixed a lot of noses over that time.
She's like, did you hit that with
Wait a
vitamin
minute.
E?
I'm left-handed.
Now we figure it out. This text comes in from Bronco Nick, says, Struddy is the president of the ABBA fan club, and ask Struddy if he has any highlights from his high school basketball career.
Yeah, I do love ABBA. So actually this summer we went to Europe, and there's a show you can have, ABBA, and it's like a holographic show. It's if you're ever in London, it's unbelievable. I was singing my heart out the whole time. I had tears in my eyes, I think, at one point.
Not surprised.
Then high school basketball. I love playing basketball. It's probably my favorite sport, even more than hockey. And went to Archbishop McDonald, Nerd Factory, and
Oh no,
You said it.
Sorry,
it's true. And then I didn't score a lot, but I rebounded a lot of my own shots mostly. And I love basketball. It's a great game.
you were the Angel Reese of Archbishop
Yeah.
McDonald.
Eyelashes and everything.
Yeah. I 2 points, 15 rebounds.
Were you
Just stat padding
Were
at
you-
the end.
Yes.
Were you ever a J?
What?
Like J, or have you always been Jason?
Yeah, people. I don't really. I'm not hung up. Like it's funny. My cousin's wife calls me Jay all the time, but most people just call me Jason. I really don't care. I've been called many things, like Obi-Wan Kenobi. So it doesn't really. Yeah, I can be called whatever. I don't care. Yeah.
I was Jason, and then when I came here, it became Jay.
Are you serious? I thought you went by Jay.
Yeah. I thought
No,
that was what it
I'm
was,
okay
too.
as well. Like I don't care.
So your name is Jason?
It is Jason.
Oh, I thought it was Jay. Actually.
No, it's Jason.
I'm the same way. I've gone by Mike for the
Right.
most of it, but my name is Michael. And as I've gotten older, I've been maybe like going more to Michael, but just as maybe it sounds a little bit more professional.
I always
like
would call you
at
Mike.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm the same way. I don't care.
Yeah,
Like,
I just screamed Mike at him on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want?
So are you Tom or Thomas?
I like rebuke my name Thomas. I am a Thomas, but
Like Tom or th?
TH.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm just like, it's not me.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't
You're
feel like
Tom.
it.
That's fair.
The things we
Tom,
learn.
Tommy, whatever.
I have a friend who's a David, but I always call him Dave. But I think he likes to be called David. I find it's longer. Hey, David, instead of Hey, Dave. You know what I mean? Like I like the
I think if you're hung up on it, that's a sign. You know, like
Yeah.
if it's like, oh, I have to be Jason.
Well, yes. Struddy's pointing at me. Like, I don't care for the name Thomas.
No, I always call you Tomasito.
Yeah, that's fine. It's
Like,
like my
you
grandma
know,
used to call me
right.
Tommaso, and I'm like, yeah, what's up, Nona?
But if somebody
fine.
called you Thomas, you wouldn't
I'd be like, what's wrong with? Do you know me?
Yeah.
And I'm like, pardon me.
Well, speaking of names,
Speak to
and
my friend
actually,
Michael.
we had Odu Hilaire on our show,
Yeah.
Elks receiver, earlier this week, and he goes by OJ.
Yeah.
Like, dude, do you guys call him OJ or Odu?
So I had this conversation with him, and it's weird for some of these guys because some of them just don't care at all. But some of the guys do care. Like we just signed a linebacker too named Alexander Mueller. He prefers to go by Xander Mueller. We've had guys with even Lucky Whitehead. I can't remember what his first name really.
Oh.
But yeah, like I'm pretty sure Lucky is not his real name.
Yeah.
But we've also had guys like change their name like we had an Anthony Orange, who was AJ Jefferson when he played in the NFL and played up here too. So but he went to his mother's maiden name was the story, and so yeah, there's a lot of dealing with people who have different nicknames or just go by different names. But
Yeah.
Lucky Whitehead is really Rodney Darnell.
yeah,
Now he goes by Lucky. But to go from AJ Jefferson to OJ or to
Anthony Orange.
it's a bit different.
Huh.
Interesting.
My daughters are ripping me. They're watching.
What are they saying?
I think I was pretty hard on their
They're not
they're making
their shoe
perfume
outfits.
use.
No, PD day.
What? Man, there's
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
PD
days,
day in Elk Island, and it's into a strike.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're done school for the foreseeable future.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's happening on Monday.
Oh boy.
Monday, October 6th. So
Evidently, it's Thanksgiving right around the corner. I did not know this. Like,
is it the October 12th or something?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's a Monday or like the Sunday Monday, right?
I have no clue.
It would be it'd be the 12th.
When my mom's out of country, I have no idea when the holidays are outside of Christmas.
Did Canadians Thanksgiving that well? You know, like American Thanksgiving is the thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Canadians, I don't know, like is Thanksgiving kind of one of the forgotten? I mean, it's not forgotten. You'll still get together, but it's not. It's just not nearly as celebrated.
Where do you
as-
rank it in your?
Well, what are we ranking? Are we? Is this
Holidays.
just holidays?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Christmas
Anything.
is number one. Christmas is my go-to. Like that's
Fantastic.
the best time of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. Christmas movies, the family time.
Yeah.
It's the tops. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Easter, Canada Day. You know,
I
July
love
1st.
Canada
Day is
Day.
good.
That's a
Canada
good
Day is
one.
usually a good one.
Yeah.
What do you like?
I love Halloween. It's right
Halloween.
up there. I love
a
it.
good one.
I've got inflatable dolls. I put on my
What have you got?
Wait
up?
a second.
yeah.
Say again.
Inflatable dolls.
Yeah, I put them up on the yard. I put them up there. They're unbelievable.
Private collection or
No, 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 not those.
Do
Oh,
they look surprised?
yeah.
I love it. I can't wait. My wife hates that I put them up, but I love it. Just see
bet.
it. I love seeing it. It's like I think it's great.
So are you a big time decorations going? Like,
For Halloween and then Christmas, I like to, but the ground's too hard, so I can't get the stakes in the ground to hold up the dolls.
You know, you could.
Same dolls,
Like,
Halloween
you're
and
in this
Christmas.
too, right?
Same dolls.
Yeah,
Yeah. Throw a hat on him, little Santa hat.
Oh,
I
wow.
did see that pumpkins are out at grocery stores now,
Yeah,
so I think I gotta go get ours.
But we're into October. Like, that's okay. And like pumpkin spice lattes, whatever. That's fine. Now, I think I've had this conversation with you. Like, you're big into Halloween, but do you like the costume party component or the handing out candy, taking the kids out? Like,
I used to love taking the kids out, but
Yeah.
now they do it on their own, right?
Yeah, they're a
it's
little bit
kinda-
older
that's-
now.
That's sad, but I love getting the candy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Usually, what I do is I buy some probably the next couple of days, put it away, and I eat it, and then I go get another one. So I buy the
gone.
stuff I like the quality candy. I'm not getting. Like,
What are you getting? What's in? Okay, this is a great
personal
question.
Jay.
Well, this is the hangout.
hang on, this is the guy that puts up blow up dolls on his front lawn for Halloween and
All
Christmas.
the parents are like, keep moving, keep moving.
not the
guy's a creep.
Strudwick's house.
What do you to get no visitors for Halloween?
Yeah, you can have all your candy.
Yeah.
Struddy.
This is an excellent question, actually, because this says a lot about who you are as a person.
Sure.
What are you giving out? How much are you giving out? And what do you demand in order to give out?
I have no demands. If you just come to my door, I'll throw you candy.
Yeah.
I don't think we should make them sing.
You're
and
not
dance.
making them sing or
No,
dance.
I just when my kids used to go and they're like, tell us a joke. Just get the candy. Let's just
Screw
get
off.
out of here.
Just
Like,
get this over with.
This isn't like this isn't a pay to play. It's really bothering me. I'm like, we're not doing this. No, I like the good candies. I don't believe chips are a candy.
Oh, gosh,
no.
I think you're mailing it in. I've had people give my kids Rolls Gold. Like, keep those, old man. You know? So I like the candy, like the chocolate bars.
Like Mars bars, Snickers
No,
bars.
not Mars or Snickers. Geez, you're off to a bad start.
Okay, well, let's hear
Reese's
from you.
peanut butter cups, Smarties, maybe.
You're getting the Cadbury then.
Yeah, Cadbury. Yeah,
Yeah, those are
I like
good.
that. Yeah. Small too. I don't believe in giving out full chocolate. You'll never get a full chocolate bar in my house. Never.
I'm in one of those like corner neighborhoods, so we don't get a ton of
Yeah,
kids. We probably
right.
get like 12. So I'm pretty pro doing full chocolate bars for that, especially if you're going to make the effort to go all the
So
way down to my
rewarding
house.
them.
Yeah,
You're trying
exactly.
to lure kids to your house.
Ooh, let's not.
Says the guy with the blow up dolls on the front lawn.
Oh boy. Well, I think we found our clip for today's show.
Okay, clip it.
I don't think you can be so, pointed in what you're saying about Mars, Snickers, that box of candy bar, which is the black box, as opposed to yours, it's the red box.
You can't give those away though. You look at the end of the day.
Oh, no,
which
no.
one's
You're
more
incorrect.
left.
No,
the
that's
black boxes
just-
are stacked.
And by the way, you can't get Reese's Peanuts, like Reese's Bites or those, the
Pieces.
single one-offs in that box.
Yeah, you have to
You
buy
gotta
separate.
go out,
And I do.
which is dangerous because those aren't last until Halloween.
Isn't the Smarties in with like the Arrow, the Kit Kat,
Yeah,
and
so
the
good.
Arrow
coffee
is
Coffee
elite.
crisp. Yeah.
That's
like-
the best box.
It's a great
Yeah,
box.
that's
gold.
usually the go-to.
Yeah, I love those. Smarties are the
Twix,
Coffee Crisp.
Mars,
Yeah.
Snickers. For
Twix
me,
are nice.
That's actually that's a good
an
lineup
elite
too.
box. I mean, the people that give out pop cans.
Oh yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
Go ahead.
Depends. Depends what it is though.
Right. Now, as a kid, I always thought that the full bar was a win.
Oh, it
Oh
is.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. How many full ones did I get? Like, the little ones are great, bite size, whatever, but you got a full one, you're like, what's
Well,
in the lunchbox tomorrow?
Out in our area, because I still do get to take the girls out. We hook up the trailer to the quad because we're out on an acreage, so we just go around our subdivision. So the girls do get pretty spoiled because they don't get to see many people.
I used to live outside of Calgary, a place called Chestermere, and I was even more resident,
classy.
like even further out though. I was like in like the in like the rural area. So we were the same way where we had like there's only a handful of houses we're hitting on Halloween, and we have to drive to because they're all acreages, right? But everybody would usually do like full size chocolate bars.
Yeah.
Really reward the effort of actually going out and because it really if you went
You're
to Halloween,
hauling.
you're only hitting up maybe like 20, 30 houses.
20 would
right?
be a lot. Like
Yeah.
we're probably getting to 15 houses.
How many shots or like Baileys and
Well, we
coffee
do
are
a
you guys
convoy
in?
with our neighbors. So we all meet
okay.
at one spot and we all do a convoy with our trailers and side by sides and we just go house to house to house. And at the end, there's the neighbor. They have the fire pit at the end of the driveway, Bailey's coffee.
That's a good
So
size.
it's a good night.
I like
It's
that.
fun. What day of the week does Halloween
I think it's a
fall?
Friday this year.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
look out, neighborhood.
So we got a text that came in says, just so everyone is aware, there is no holiday for Halloween, no day off. It's just a normal day. Correct, but it's like I think when we use the term holiday, we mean a day
like a
that's
celebrated.
celebrated.
Yeah. It's
I like Halloween. I just haven't participated in it as much as I did in years past. But having said that, speaking of like going and getting candy, did you guys ever do like a shopping mall to go candy?
I never did.
Collecting.
I didn't know you could.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I remember like when I worked
It's
at
a
West
thing.
Ed, you'd basically buy candy and then kids would just go walk shop to shop.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's indoors. You can really, I think.
You could probably
Yeah,
have
a
quite
lot.
a haul.
Yeah.
We did Londonderry Mall. Like grew up on the north side, obviously, and Londonderry Mall when it was like full. This is like early to mid '90s. We did it one year. I think it was cold. Like it was like pretty cold, and my dad's like, just go to the mall. I'm like, yeah,
Really?
and yeah, I think that was one of our best hauls ever. And
Really?
yeah, it was just every store was giving out candy, and it was awesome.
Londonderry used to be such a mall. Now it's kind of has a fall
Yeah,
from grace, no?
I haven't been out there in a long time.
Like
but-
Kingsway has held on. They've been able
Kingsway's
to
in a
revitalize and
great
kind of change
location.
how they do things.
Yeah.
But the mall, the days of the mall.
Well, remember like Heritage
going
Mall
away.
got torn down, and Westmount had a rink in it at one point. Why are you laughing?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we changed to like the rise and
doesn't
fall of
have
the
a ring
mall.
That's sad. It breaks my heart, Struddy. I love a good mall
I love
food
a good
court.
food court.
Yes.
That's a food
Yes.
court.
Yeah, I love, and I'll say it. You get me the Chinese that's been sitting out there all day. I'll go for some, lemon chicken or some, sweet and sour.
Honestly, yeah, me too.
Dim sum.
Working at Commonwealth, I hit up the Kingsway food court religiously, and I will say because I was gone for 2 years. In between that 2 year span, they like redid a bunch of different food like of the shops in there, and it's like there's some good hitters there. Like there's a Osmos in there. There's
Yeah.
like Bourbon Street Grill is probably my go-to.
I'd have to try that.
It's good.
Kingsway, yeah. If I gotta go.
Osmos, is that like a donair place? Or shawarma?
Yeah, shawarma. Yeah,
Oh, I love
It's
a good
okay.
shawarma.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, I know. Lunch.
Lunchtime, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. The old stomach's finally under
Jason's
control
getting
here.
hungry.
So, yeah, look out. I'm on the prowl.
Wow, what was I gonna say? Oh, about the malls. Yeah, it's just I don't know. There's been like a demise in shopping.
Well, now they're
malls.
like South Common or
Right.
Windermere, where it's like
Strip
outdoor,
malls.
yeah.
big mall shopping centers, right?
Where'd you work? What store you at?
Game On Sports.
Oh, really?
2000
Selling jerseys?
2008, 2007.
No, Game
2008.
on, was Game on Sports. Oh, is
It's-
that video games or was that
No,
apparel?
no, it was apparel. It was owned by Wayne.
From
I can't remember his last name.
Wayne Sports
I don't
Cards?
not Wayne Sports Cards, but
it
yeah,
upstairs
They
above?
sold it to Lids, and then all those things have like turned over to something else now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was upstairs.
Yeah.
It was also they moved it around like once or twice
Yeah.
too, because I think it used to be downstairs. It was upstairs, and then
Upstairs above the Marine Life.
yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
well,
Yeah.
Struddy, he doesn't know. He's just as personal shoppers take care of all his.
No,
Yeah, fair.
You know,
no, because I'd
shopping
have to go
needs.
buy jerseys there. People would want jerseys. I'd get them.
You'd
We
have to
had,
buy your own jersey.
Yeah.
Well, because we
couldn't
were
get it?
affiliated with the Oilers too
Oh.
at the time, so like we would have Oilers
Yeah.
come in. Like it was right after the Reebok jersey launch too, so all the new stuff had come in.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
that would've been
It was the
when you
year
were-
after the finals run too,
Yeah.
basically. So we had so many like Jarrett Stoll jerseys and Rafi Torres jerseys, and
I ran into you at Pro Hockey Life one time, and
don't
you
remember.
were
Don't remember.
well, it was very memorable to me. We actually were colleagues at the time, working for the same radio station.
Was that 18 months?
yeah,
5 or 6 years. Thank you for remembering. Now I'm hurting. Now I'm
Yeah,
hurting.
yeah.
I remember it fondly. Actually, and you were buying a Rangers Strudwick jersey, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Are you buying your own jerseys?" You're like, "Yeah."
Oh, yeah. No
charity
one buys
thing.
you jerseys. Yeah.
I also worked at the Pro Hockey Life in Mayfield Common.
Yeah, that's where I saw him.
Yeah.
He doesn't
It's a
remember.
big
obviously.
spot.
Yeah, it was a good store.
It is a good store.
You get guys coming in there every once in a while too. Like especially during the brick tournament. I remember
Oh, yeah.
Milan Hajduk
Okay, yeah.
would come in religiously because his kid was playing in the tournament, and
Yeah.
like I sharpened skates, and I was one of the few guys who could do like a flat bottom V
Yeah.
there. So like he would come to me every day to have his kid's skates sharpened.
Crazy.
I think I saw a Facebook memory too from like 14 years ago or whatever, which is insane. But it was like me in an awkward photo with Ryan Smith when he
yeah.
had come into the store too. But
Yeah.
yeah.
His little guy.
I can't imagine like a pro player that's actually playing going into a hockey store being like, oh, I wonder what the gear's like now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just, everything's given to you, or you like, I want that. How would you pick out your gear?
I didn't. I just take whatever. I didn't care.
Langer would be like,
Yeah.
take whatever's left.
Well, I mean, a lot of the stuff we have for a while, right? Like shoulder pads,
Yeah.
knee pads would last for a long time. You know, shoulder pads and elbow pads. Knee pads would have to be replaced because they'd crack when you get block a shot. Try to get out of the way, but you can always get out of the way. And then, skates, you just have your same skates. It wasn't really anything special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, like NHL guys, their pads were entirely different. What was that for retail?
I know,
So
that's-
they all built off the old Jofa style. Like, yeah.
Do NHL gloves stink like amateur hockey players'
Oh, yeah.
gloves?
There's no difference.
It's just the same thing.
But they dry them out, then you can turn them over really quick.
Yeah.
They'll give you new gloves all the time, but you'd have two gloves and you kind of have like you'd alternate, and then like those rooms now are heated and they just press a button and it's like an oven.
Yeah.
Air circulates, heats it up, and dries it all like in an hour.
I remember I had an old pair of gloves that I loved, and I went to Harry in the off season. And I'm like, "Can you repalm these for me?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And then I'm like, "Harry, can I bring them in?" Like a week later, he's like, "You know what? Just take some new gloves. Like we don't even repalm anymore."
Yeah.
He was gonna teach Rogan from the Oil Kings how to repalm gloves, and they're like, "No,
lot
they
of
just
work.
they turn and burn gloves all the time now. They just take new ones. Who cares? It's more of a hassle to repalm gloves."
But it is nice. Like now I coach a lot and you get a new pair of gloves.
Yeah.
God, it feels good.
Then you get your hands in there. Yeah.
Now I have two pairs of gloves actually, because it just then they dry and they're always dry and it doesn't smell as much.
It's not like the old leather ones too, where you have to really break those in a little bit. Hey,
Right. You're right. Yeah.
Very true. Very, very true. A couple texts. Chris in Alabama says, down here in the States, Thanksgiving is now more for Black Friday sales, which has obviously found its way up here. I'm thankful for my health, my parents, and the 50% off of Walmart flat screen TVs. Yeah. All right. We got Jason Strudwick, Jason Milne, and Michael Arcuri with us. Are you guys pointing at me right now?
I am, yeah. It's Glenn Hall's 94th birthday today.
Oh, all right. Well, that ties into
Mr. Goalie, Mr. Hockey.
Mr. Goalie, I think.
Mr. Goalie.
He still lives in the area.
Yeah, he's out west of the city.
Yeah.
They made a movie about him.
Did they?
Yeah, and the trailer came out today on his birthday. So I think that is coming out sometime soon.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing that.
That'd be good to see. Portions of this are brought to you by Play Alberta, presenting sponsor of Edmonton Sports Talk as we celebrate Glenn Hall's 94th birthday.
Round of clicks for Glenn.
Round of clicks for Glenn Hall.
Quite a-
I don't know if I've met him. Has he been around? Have you met him? You must
I've
have.
never met him.
No?
So my wife, well, good family friends of ours, that's his granddaughter.
Okay.
And so I've been out to his place, and it is like the Hockey Hall of Fame
Really, eh?
in his basement. Yeah, he'll take you out there. He'll take you on his golf cart. And he'll get a 6-pack of Bush beer,
Good stuff.
and you'll go for a drive.
Really?
And the point is to not come back until you're at least finished one. But I think he has hockey pads from like back in his playing day, like old hockey pads that his grandkids would just wear and destroy. And like he doesn't really care about that. He just wants it to be used, kind of thing. But beautiful man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and so funny, witty. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
quite an experience going to that basement.
That'd be sweet. Do you have like anybody old Elks kicking around that will take you around their acreage and get you drunk?
I don't think so. You know what? One person who I'd like to actually see their den is Superfan Mike. He's an Elks fan, and we've shot some stuff in his basement, but his collection is incredible. Like,
Yeah.
he even loaned some stuff for us for the alumni dinner last year, where like Johnny Bright's jersey from like the 50s, and
Jeez.
like just his assortment and his collection is insane. It's like literally like walking through the history of the organization, like helmets from every year, like it's incredible.
I think I've seen pictures of his, like, doesn't he have them encased?
Yeah.
Each of them? Yeah, I think I've seen pictures of that somewhere.
So Tom Wilkinson's not like hanging around the locker room being like, boys, come to my place. Let me show you the footballs from 1978.
The closest we have to that is actually Dwayne Mandruzia.
Well,
like
good point.
yeah, he's basically the custodian of all the historical artifacts of our team.
Rightly so. Is he like the team authenticator
too, because I know that the Oilers have Dwayne Tomko, and like if you need a certificate of authenticity, like say someone buys a Jason Strudwick 2008, 2009 Oilers jersey, Dwayne will like photo match and let you know if it's a knockoff or if it's the real thing, and he gives you like a certificate.
We could do something like that with him. Like we use him for like, hey, we got this photo from the 80s that there's guys in the background. We don't know who these people are because you can't see, you kind of can't really see the numbers. Like, and then he'll go through it and like, oh yeah, this is so-and-so from this year. And then he'll rattle off a story about this guy. And, or you can show him like old autographs too. Like we have some stuff that once again is just like not quite sure what era this is. And you can just go to him and be like, yeah,
that's invaluable.
it is.
Is it good to have him back around?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he was there for the first 6 or 7 years of my time there, and just a wealth of knowledge and a guy who obviously is very passionate about the organization. It's just good to have those people in house.
Great move to have him back. Okay, boys, we have 4 minutes left. Struddy, what are you up to? You got your back. You guys kicked up.
Yeah,
again. You guys are going.
Yeah, other than that, I'm just helping my kids, coaching them. Trying not to make them worse, and then. That's about it, really. Looking for the Jays this weekend.
Yes.
Especially the Yankees. Something about being the Yankees, right?
Do you think they can?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't have a bad feeling, but I just don't know if they can do it.
I wish I had Bichette. I'd feel better if Bichette was in the lineup.
Yeah. Well, he's huge.
You don't have like the playoff series of success over the last little bit that would maybe calm your nerves going into something like that. But if they're going to do it, they have to start doing it now, right? So we'll see. I'm hopeful.
Well, let's do over under. Do the Jays win in how many games? I'll put it at 3.5. Go.
The fan in me says yes, but
take the over.
I'm going to take the under.
Take the under, so they get it done efficiently.
No, I think he's saying the Yankees are going to win.
I'm saying the Yankees are going to win.
Oh, the Yankees are going to win. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, Tom. I'm going to say that my heart's saying that the Yankees will win, but I think it'll go the distance. So I'm going over.
Okay.
I think the Jays win, and I'll say over. But I think there's just something about this team. I love this team. I love the players. I love the way they approach. Like, I didn't like the team with the bat flip, Bautista, and all those. I couldn't connect with them. They were really arrogant. This team, they feel like they play for each other. They're truly happy when someone does something different. And I think that'll carry through. I don't know if the Yankees have that.
Do we know if Bichette is back in the lineup? I think he still is.
Sounds like he would be ready for the next series.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I think they're going to win.
Yeah, I hope so. I think that was so fun.
Oh, it's
that
so
last run. Just kind of brings Canada together. Although there's plenty of people that cheer for other teams in Canada.
Yeah.
Awanik's cheering for those damn Yankees.
Yeah.
Where's Awanik? Where does he go on vacation?
He's just a staycation.
Yeah.
He's probably
hidden in his
home.
office.
Hello, Matthew. In his palatial estate on the 25th floor of our building. He's probably just relaxing. No socks on.
I was down there the other day. I almost called him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on Monday.
And you wouldn't think of calling me?
Well, I didn't know I was invited. I mean,
you're always invited. I have your damn jersey hanging in my office. Proudly.
We need a place to sleep after a game. Maybe that'll be the spot.
I have a great guest bedroom. Very comfortable. Very comfortable. Mike, what's coming up for you? I know bye week's coming to a close here.
Bye week's about done. We're next week. We take on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, October 11th. I think it's a 5 o'clock start, so not too late. So weather should still be kind of good. Honestly, it's a big matchup for us. A win against Winnipeg really puts us in a good spot. The last 2 games, the fans have been outstanding.
Yeah.
The atmosphere has been sensational. It really feels like the old way. And I just hope that the city's willing to come out and support before they spend all their money at the OEG.
Let me set this table.
Okay.
The Elks win, and then they have the season-ending game. They host Calgary. They win, and they get in the playoffs. It's that scenario.
That'd be wild.
Open the upper deck. Open the upper deck, please.
We would have been willing to do it had the ticket sales reached it.
If that game happens and there's something on the line, I think the ticket sales would be there.
I like that Mike is saying that that's now on
you
their
want
mind.
us to open up the upper deck? Show up.
Yeah.
That's it.
I agree.
like that.
Well said.
I like that. Tell you what, that's a great way to end the show. What a fantastic Friday edition of the EST Hangout. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah,
Thank you, Michael.
Anytime.
Thank you, Jason.
Thanks, Thomas.
This has been the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage.
For Mike Arcuri, Jason Strudwick, and Jason Milne, I'm Tom Gazzola saying have a great rest of your day. The Lock Shop coming up next, right here on EST.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanek, Tom Zola with here, joining us today.